He bought a knife, walked into the salon where Holly was working as a hairdresser and stabbed her 14 times.
Holly Gazzard was just 20 years old when her ex-boyfriend murdered her. That was in 2014. Since then, many more women have been murdered, and her father says not enough progress has been made.
When I read the sentencing of Sarah Everard and I read the victim impact statements from her mum and dad and her sister, it took me right back to when we had those victim impact statements in the court. We've not come a long way in that sense. You know, I'm still hearing the same things as we said when Holly was killed.
If women were already frightened to walk the streets at night, the recent deaths of Sarah Everard and Sabina Nessa have reinforced those fears and sparked a conversation about how to protect women. And telecoms company BT have come up with one possible solution. The Walk Me Home service, which is currently in development, would allow users to opt in to a GPS tracking service. It will be activated by calling 888 before embarking on a journey. If the user doesn't reach their destination on time, it will trigger an alert, and emergency contacts and the police will be called. Latest figures show that in the last decade, 1,425 women were killed by a man. That's around 1 every 3 days. But when Sarah Everard was walking through Clapham Common, she was on the phone to her boyfriend, and Sabina Nessa was killed just metres away from her home, suggesting tracking women may not be the solution. And the women of Clapham Common had mixed reactions.
I think it's good to have the option there to use it, but again, completely agree. There's a massive educational piece that needs to be done.
If it reassures you as a person, a man, a woman, then I think it's a great thing.
I don't actually like the idea of having my data tracked and people having like tabs on me all the time. I'll probably stick to sharing my WhatsApp location with family and friends.
This app has been backed by the Home Secretary and is aiming to launch ahead of Christmas. But there are already apps out there, including one set up by Nick, which has hundreds of thousands of users, and he says these methods may only work in the short term.
This is a bigger fish than just providing an app or a phone line to help keep people safe. It's a society issue.
But changing the culture of society doesn't occur overnight. This app may not address all the dangers facing women and girls, but could be one way that some women feel safer on the streets. Siobhan Freeman-Powell, Sky News.